What's up, my piano friends? Zach Evans here, and today I'm going to be reviewing a company called Yuki that creates keyboard overlays that look something like this. Now, this company has an educational series that looks something like this, and they also do custom keyboard overlays. Now, I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. This is a paid promotional video. In other words, the company is paying me to promote their product. But that being said, like I told the owner of the company, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys with this review. I'm going to tell you if this product is good, and also, is it even necessary for you? Should you get this product? And when I told the owner of the company, he was super cool about it. He said, yeah, totally. I wouldn't want to have it any other way. All right, so let's get started with the review. All right, so as you can see, here's the educational keyboard overlay that Yuki has as a product. Now, these are all individual basically keyboard overlays, and what they do is they stick to your piano using an adhesive. So you can see there's a couple different adhesives in the back, and all you do is you peel these off and then you simply stick it to the piano. And as you can see, these kind of have a hook on the end of the keys, and that allows it to kind of hook right around that little edge of the key on your piano. Now, one thing I was a little bit worried about is if the stickiness, the adhesive would leave kind of a residue on the keys. And so I went ahead and I put one of these on my keys for like 3 to 4 days. And when I took it off, it does not leave any residue. So that way, if you want to take off these at any point, you won't have to worry about some sticky residue left on your keys. All right, so as you can see, each of these has the name, the letter name of the notes on the keyboard, so you can quickly see which note is which key, and it also has where the note is on the staff. That way, when you're reading sheet music, you can quickly see, okay, it's on the third line of the staff, therefore it's a B, therefore this is the key that you play. All right, so now the question is, should you get these keys? Are these really as helpful as they might look? Now, the truth is it's a little bit tricky because there's different types of piano players with different types of goals. Number one, we have piano players where piano is what I call their primary instrument, where you want to really become a really good piano player. And category number two is people that use piano as kind of a secondary instrument, like songwriters or producers, or maybe singers who use a piano to do some vocal exercises. Now, if you're in category one, someone who wants to become a really good piano player, you have to be careful with these keys. And look, I want to make something 100% clear. You do not need these keys to learn piano, right? Thousands of people have learned piano and just memorized where the notes are on the keyboard without the use of these keys. That being said, if you want to, in the early stages of your piano learning process, these can be used as training wheels, okay? So maybe when you're first starting off, it might be helpful to have some training wheels so you can see exactly where the notes are. That being said, you do not want this to become a crutch. And I want to be very clear that if you're using this as a beginner piano player, you want to be off of these keys for in the maximum time a month. But in reality, within 1 to 2 weeks, you want to start taking these keys off the keyboard. And maybe you do it gradually, maybe after 3 or 4 days, you take off the notes that are easy for you to remember, and then you slowly and gradually take all the notes off so that you just have the white and black keys. And the reason for this is you don't want it to become a crutch, right? Eventually, if you want to get good at piano, you're going to have to memorize the names of the notes. You don't want to just leave this on for like a year, because eventually you're going to get to the point where it becomes a crutch and you don't really know the names of the notes, and you're always relying on having these keyboard overlays. Now, the second group is people that use piano as a secondary instrument. So in other words, maybe you're like a songwriter or a producer or a singer, and you're like, dude, Zach, I don't care about getting really good at piano. I just need to know where the notes are on the keys. So, when I'm strumming my guitar and writing a song, I can kind of find which notes I'm playing. Or so when I'm producing, right, and I'm having some kind of synth sound, and I'm going to edit it on my computer later anyway, but I want to know exactly where the keys line up, so it makes the music theory a lot easier. And for these types of people, I think this can absolutely be a very helpful product where, maybe you're a singer and you're like, man, I'm singing this note and it's a really high note for me, but I don't know what note it is. And you can figure out, oh, I'm singing a B or I'm singing a C, and you can very quickly find out where the notes are for the keyboard. For these types of people, I think it can absolutely be a very helpful product. Now, next up, we got the custom keys. Now these work the exact same way as the educational series. They have the little hook, they have the little adhesives on the back, but these simply make your keyboard look different, look artistic, and look cool. So obviously I got the Piano Superhuman custom key set, and I think that these look really freaking cool. Now there's two types of people that might want to get custom keys. Number one, obviously if you're just an artistic personality type and you want your keyboard to look a little different and have a kind of cool look to it, you might get these keys. But the second type of person, and this is what I'm most excited about for the custom style of keys, is if you're somebody who's trying to promote yourself in some way on social media, right? Maybe you're a piano player who's trying to get more YouTube views, or maybe you're a producer and you want to build your fan base, or maybe you're a songwriter and you want to grab more attention. This kind of stuff is a marketing tool that's been used by musicians, you know, throughout the centuries. I mean, if you've ever seen Elton John play a piano, you know, 90% of the time he was playing like a bright red grand piano or a bright white grand piano instead of the traditional black grand piano. You know, you see DJs out there all the time that wear crazy costumes or dye their hair or do something different to grab attention. And this is one thing you could do that's different. You know, maybe you're a producer and you get custom keys that are bright red. Well, now when people are scrolling through their Instagram feed or scrolling through YouTube and they see the bright red keys, that's an instant kind of attention grabber, and it can absolutely be a hook where people remember you and people say, oh yeah, that's that one producer that always has the red keys, right? Or that's that songwriter that always has the bright neon keys to their piano and stuff like that. So it can be a little extra tool to help you promote your music and promote your producing or whatever you're promoting, if that's something you're interested in. All right, so at the time of this recording, you can get the educational key set, or you can also get a solid color of a custom set. Right now, they actually scaled back on offering the complete custom set where you can get logos and pictures and that kind of stuff on the keys, basically just because they've gotten too many orders and they need to increase their manufacturing capabilities in order to take more custom orders. But they are going to be launching the completely custom key set in the near future. All right, so that's the basics of this product. Now, on top of that, Yuki's is giving out a free giveaway of the educational series set. I'm gonna put a link in this video and you can sign up and basically enter for your chance to win a free set of the educational series of keys. All right, so just to recap real quick, if you are using piano as your primary instrument and you wanna get really good, you don't need this product, but you could use the educational series early on in your learning, you know, maybe the first couple weeks or the first month, but then you wanna start weaning yourself off the training wheels. On the other hand, if you're a singer-songwriter or producer or a singer or something, and you're not necessarily trying to get super good at piano, but you just need to know where the notes are on the piano, the educational series could also be good for you. And lastly, if you just want your keyboard to look cool, or if you're trying to promote yourself in some way, the custom keys set could be a good option for you. All right, that's it for this video. Feel free to click the link and enter for your chance to win the free set in the giveaway. That's all for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace out and happy practicing.